श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। शुक्लां वरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्न उपशान्तये। अगजाननपद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदं तं भक्तानाम् एकदं तम् उपास्महे। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवम् उपास्महे। कृष्णं कमलपत्राक्षं पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनं वासुदेवं जगद्योनिं नौमि नारायणं हरिम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येम अक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यसेमा देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नः तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ अग्नेनय सुपधाराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् योज्यस्मज्जुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठां तेन मुक्तिं विधेमा। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ॐ ब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसि जायतामाराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूरैषव्यो दिव्याधीमहारथो जायताम् दोग्ध्रीधेनुर्वोढानड्वानासुः सप्तिः पुरन्दिर्योषा जिष्णुरधेष्ठा सभेयो युवास्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामेनः पर्जन्यो वर्षतु फलवत्यो न ओषधयः पच्यन्ताम् योगक्षेमो नः कल्पेताम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि त्वक्प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मम ब्रह्म निराकरोतु। अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु। तदात्मनिरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ये मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। देवी प्रपन्नार्तिहरे प्रसीद प्रसीद मातः जगतोऽखिलस्य प्रसीद विश्वेश्वरी पाहि विश्वं त्वमीश्वरी देवी चराचरस्य या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः। ॐ जयन्ती मङ्गला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी जयन्ती मङ्गला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा धात्री स्वहं स्वाहा स्वधा Namostute. So we have been making a small journey trying to understand Durga Saptasati, that is 700 slokas, which have got multiple applications in various rituals, and also in order to get our desires fulfilled, problems solved, and the grace of Devi obtained, and ultimately Tushta yada sa Devi moksha pradayini tishtati anta. When Ammavaru is happy and completely convinced of our worship and puja and dedication, she will become she will become so graceful that she will grant us moksham. What is moksham? We have temporary and medium and further. So we want the ultimate emancipation, which Ammavaru is capable to grant, because it is already promised a Swarga, Apavarga, Muktida, Bhukti, so Bhoga, Moksha, Bala, Pradanta. So then, and this Ammavaru is being very well praised in the all Puranas, and so, and moreover, there is a particularly Devi Puranam. That's also Ammavaru is focused, and we have many stotras available in the Devi Puranam, Devi Bhagavatam they call it, and where there are skandhas, as in Bhagavatam, even the Devi Puran, Devi Bhagavatam also divided into skandhas. That is to say that the world of Ammavaru is very wide, large, and long, and we cannot cover all that. So pick up some select portions and then go with it, and you will be successful. Is the promise given by the rishis. So, for example, this Durga Saptasati is a select mantras on Devi, description of Devi, the functions of Devi and achievements of Devi, and her grace and boon granting, um, importantly, to a Kshatriya and a Vaisya, and they have become so devoted to them, and on the order of a Brahmin. So, all these different Brahmana, Vaisya, Kshatriya is for us, but Paramatma, Parameswari has not got. Anybody can become bhakta, anybody can visit, provided they entertain, they are deep in bhakti. That's what is called by Narada or Sandilya, and all these Maharshis have spoken about the importance of bhakti, and then when once people are given to bhakti, then how are they? So now we have completed in the first Dasakam, I mean, in the first section, Prathama Charitam, Ammavaru has urged Mahavishnu, or encouraged or gave way for Mahavishnu to fight with the two great asuras, namely two great asuras, namely Madhu and Kaitavas, who are out from the Kivimala of Paramatma. So it's interesting that the gods have given birth for their own issues, and they again have to silence them. So this is the nature, we cannot help it. Those who are born must grow and die. And the laya is as much important as the birth. So the in between is the maintenance. Mrutva punar mrutyuma padjante. That is, people die and again they die. So death, and all that. So to say that layam gachanti, ఆ లయ is something. సో అమ్మవారు కూడా ఏం చేసింది, తాను చేయకపోయినా విష్ణువును highly responsible ఈశ్వర, she urged him in respect of the Madhukaitava Rakshasas. But they also ultimately, as we see in the Prathama Charitam, they became pitiable for our father, who fought with them for 15 for 5,000 years. Then they said, Appa, Chaku, we are satisfied with your fight with us and you have given sufficient. So I will please ask a boon from us. Then Appa said, yeah, sufficiently you lived on the life, so we want to finish you. Then they put a condition, and that condition was fulfilled, and the Madhukaitava Rakshasas were quelled down. So that is how the Prathama Charitam, very interesting. There is also war, but that war in Prathama Charitam is little different than the war that you are going to see in the next Dasakas. So in second Dasakam, that is Madhyama Charitam, we have noted the Mahishasuramardini Durga, in how many ways she used her skills and power along with the lion, along with the different forces, and completely gave moksham. Rather, Mahishasura gave up his life when Ammavaru wants the life of that. So, Pranan Mumocha Mahasa, when Kupitantaka comes and stands before, nobody can stand that. So Kupitantaka Darsaneno. And finally, in the third section, where we are all on, and this is a longer duration because from chapter 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 100. So now we are in the eighth chapter of the Uttama Charitam, where Ammavaru is a warrior in the form of the Bhavani. See, Bhavani means she is one who takes care of all those who are born. Bhava has got number of meanings, and Bhava originally it goes to signify Shiva. So she is the respected consort of Shiva. Therefore, all those names which Shiva has got, Paramatma, and the feminine gender of them will be Amavar. For example, if Shiva is called as Sarva and she is called Sarvani. If and that's why in this eighth chapter we have the Bhavani Swarupam, and this particular Dana Slokam is very much familiar with all people who ever read Lalita Sahasranamam, because in that Lalita Sahasranamam, this is one of the Dhyana Slokas. Now I am just reading, not, and we go to the point where we stop in the previous session. But anyway, we have to give up a link between the past and present, because Durga Saptasati is a continuous flow where the exploits of Mavaru are being talked about. Therefore, I just spent some time in reviewing up to what we have come, and I just read the Dhyana Slokam. Om Arunam Karunantarangidakshim Dhrutapasa Ankusapana Chapahastam अणिमादिभिरावृतां मयूखैः aham ityeva vibhavaye bhavanim. So Bhavani Swarupam is Aruna Swarupam. That's what we understand. Even in Saundar Lahare, Shankaracharya said, Bhavani dasye tvam arunam karunantarangitakshim. So Bhavani iti yaha vadati. Anybody who says the word Bhavani for Ammavaru, she is completely pleased because she is full of love. Aruna is full of love, affection, and helping nature. And because she has all wealth, animadibhi avrutam, so she has got rich uh, things with her. So animadibhi avrutam majukhaihi. Hello? Yeah. So this is the status of Amavaru in the 8th chapter. And she's a Bhavani. We don't want to talk more about it. So now we see, and actually, Ammavaru has become a Bhavani because now onwards she has also to work for providing emancipation for Subhani Subha Rakshasas. So she became Bhavani. After having worked with the Chandamunda Rakshasas, then when these two important chieftains of the Sumbhani Sumbhas were done with, then she became very much concerned. So I think we have come up to 10 slokas. But anyway, just one Parayanam purpose. So Satish Garu, would you be able to recite the first 10 slokas of the 8th chapter?
Okay, I will try.
Om
Om
Rishiravacha from there.
Rushiruvacha Chande cha nihate daitye munde cha vinipatite bahudeshu cha sainyeshu shayiteshvasureshwaraha tatah kopaparadina achetah shumbah pratapavan
Paradhina Chetaha. That is the Samasam.
पर पराधीनचेताः शुम्भः प्रतापवान् उद्योगं सर्वसैन्यानां दैत्यानामः नामादितेशः
No, no, Adidesha Ha.
दैत्यानामादिदेशः अद्य सर्वबलैर्दैत्याः षडशीतिरुदायुधाः कम्बूनां चतुरशीतिर्निर्यान्तु
Chaturasitihi Niryantu. Chaturasitihi Niryantu. 80,000 people.
चतुरशीतिः
Hmm.
निर्यान्तु स्वबलैर्वृताः कोटिवीर्याणि पञ्चाशदसुराणां कुलानि वै शतं कुलानि धौम्राणां निर्गच्छन्तु ममाज्ञया कालका दुर्हृदा मौर्याः कालकेयस्तदासुराः
Kalikeya.
काला ಅಂತಿದೆ ನನ್ನ ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ
Okay.
कालकेयास्तथासुराः
Hmm.
युद्धाय सज्जा निर्यान्तु आज्ञया त्वरिता मम इत्यापज्ञाप्यसुरपतिः शम्
Ityajnapya Asurapati.
इत्याज्ञाप्य सुरपतिः शम्भो
Oh, Asurapati.
असुरपतिः शम्भो
Shumbo.
भैरवशासनः
Shumbo.
शुम्भो भैरवशासनः निर्जगाममहासैन्य सहस्रैर्बहुविवृतः आयान्तं चण्डिका दृष्ट्वा
Drishtva.
दृष्ट्वा
Drishtva.
तत्सैन्यमतिभीषणं जास्वनै पूरयामास धरणी गगनान्तरं ततः सिंहो महानादम् अतीव कृतवान् नृपा घण्टास्वनेन तन्नादाम् अम्बिका चोपब्रहं बृंहयत्
Brumhayatu.
धनुर्बृंहयत्
Brumha. Hmm.
बृंहयत् धनुर्ज्या सिंहघण्टानां नादपूरितदिग्मुखा नीनादैर्भीषणैः
Ninada. Ninada.
निनादैर्भीषणैः काली जिज्ञे विस्तारितानना अत्तयत्
Very good. So, in these 10 slokas, we observe that ultimately the Sumbha noting down the Sainyam, and especially these two fellows were killed, he ordered different categories of his Sainyam to be ready and go to the war ground and start fighting with the Shaktis there. So therefore, ultimately he says, he gives the list of those people. Yuddhaya sajjaha niryantu mama agnaya tvarita. So they all must be ready to go to the war ground to fight with the Amavaru's retinue. And then, so the moment the Sumbhasura, who is Bhairava Shasanaha, that is any time that he will order, nobody can say no. Is Rajagna. So all of them agreed, and then they all Nitchagama, they all started out. So when there are that such a large army was coming, then Chandika, she saw that Sainyam, which was highly terrific, and then immediately she responded by making the Dhanushtankara, and the Dhanushtankara sound was simply filling the all universe, all lokas. So such was the high sound that she produced, indicating that she is also ready to fight with them. Then, in accompaniment to that, even Simha also, the lion, also produced a great roar, high sounded roar. And there were also the sounds of the war instruments like ghanta and other instruments. Then the entire sound that has occupied the whole area, then Amavaru became very much inspired. Actually, if at all one has to have some kind of uh, vigorous activity, they must there must be some kind of sound. For example, if a magician were to work out, then he will ask all the audience to clap the hands. So that hands clapping sound will be a part of ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ దట్స్ వై అమ్మ కూడా ఏమైపోయింది జగ్మే జగ్మే విష్ణు ఉపబ్రహ్మయతు ఉపబ్రహ్మణ మీన్స్ షీ ఆల్సో గాట్ ఇన్స్పైర్డ్ అండ్ షీ ఈస్ దట్ and now dhanurja simha gantanam. So in there are the sounds produced by the dhanu ja, but dhanurja means the cord of the bow, and ghanta simhanada, the entire thing was so that. And moreover, at that time, the Kali Swarupam or Kali who was there, she also opened her mouth so wide and became ready to eat away all the Rakshasas. So from now onwards, we have got the mode how the war kept going, and this will be an interesting entertainment for all viewers. And now this 12th sloka and onwards, we go on. तस्मिन्नन्तरे भूपा विनाशाय सुरद्विषां भवायामरसिंहानाम् अतिवीर्यबलान्विताः ब्रह्मेश गुह विष्णूनां तथेन्द्रस्य शक्तयः शरीरेभ्यो विनिष्क्रम्य tadrupaischandikam yayuhu. So when once Chandika, the Kalika, Kala, Kali or Durgamma, now she is a Kala, Mahakali, and here she is. So the moment she also made a sound in accordance with the sound in the war with all the other instruments and Sainyam and all that, then the gods, they also got the female energies out of them, out of their weapons, and they went on following. So what is the origin or genesis of the female energies are being marked here from 12th sloka. See why it all so many Amavarlu also came forward. Yakendre Suradvisham Vinashaya. That is the purpose. In order to see that all those who hated Suras, Devas, they cannot live more time. They have to be ending themselves. Therefore, therefore, from the Sariras of of these respective gods, there came up so many gods, and that is, and moreover, when the Ammavarlu coming out from different gods, they are yasya devasya yadrupam यथा भूषणवाहनं तद्वदेव हि तच्छक्तिः असुरान् योद्धुम् आययौ. This is the formula. The formula is, so how they are, how the gods are there in their form, in their alankaram, with their vahanas, with their shakti, and with their weapons, everything ditto. That is identically all of such forces, they all came up and accompanied her. To begin with, she is the Saraswati Devi, Hamsa Yukta Vimana Agre, Sakshi, Saksha, Sutrakamandala, Ayata, Brahmana Shakti, Brahmaniti Abhideyate. So, first of all, the Brahmana Shakti came into the world. So, because Brahmano's mukhamaasito antar. So, and also Indrascha, Agnischa, Indra and Agni are out of the face. So, that is the place where the work will begin, and which work will produce the necessary results. Therefore, next comes that Maheshwari. So then we have got another Shakti come from Shiva, Brahma Vishnu Maheswaras. And Ammavaru from Mahadeva, Mahadeva Shambho, she came out and she was seated upon the Vrishabha, a bull. She is holding on her hand Trishula, and she has also got a large number of serpents on her body or along with her. Maha-ahi, that is Vasuki, and all the Nagarajas also are with her. So Maha-ahi Valaya. Valaya means group. All the Nagarajas who are who have taken shelter on the personality of of Vishnu, means Shiva, all of them have come out, and Ammavaru, to mark who she is, she has got the Chandrarekha Vibhushana. Over her crest, there was the crescent moon. So she is the Shiva Shakti in female, Shiva Shakti in female form, coming to the war and accompanying Mahakali. Then next comes the Kumaraswamy, her son, Parvati's son, sloka number 17. Kaumari Shakti Hastacha Mayuravaravahana Yodhum Abhyayo Daityan Ambika Guharupini. So, Kaumari, Kumaraswamy, from Kumaraswamy, there emanated the energies, and she was having Shakti Ayudha in her hand. So then she has used Mayura as her vehicle. She came on the peacock. And why she came out like that? Yodhum Abhyayo. She got all preparation and mind to fight with the Asuras. And moreover, Abhyayo Guharupini Ambika. Ambika is in the form of a Guha. Guha is the name which has been picked up by Buttuswami Dikshitar, and she said Guru Guha is the mudra of Dikshitar compositions, but the Guha is very much known by, because, and moreover, Subramanya Swami temples are there on mountains like that of Narasimha Swami. So Seshad, Sikharavasaya Narasimhaya te namaha. Shobhanadri, Simhadri, etc. All Adris are the residential areas of these gods. So he is called as a Guharupa, and and even Palni and so many Subramanya Kshetras are there on the top of the mountains. Next comes the Vishnu. Sloka number 18. तथैव वैष्णवी शक्तिः गरुडोपरि संस्थिता शङ्खचक्रगदा शारङ्ग खड्गहस्ता abhyupayayau. So here the verb used, not that, is abhyupayayau, means Vishnu Shakti is all pervasive. ಅದು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಶಕ್ತಿ. Something like in our body, our body and members all have got uniform energy flow, and if that uniform energy flow is hampered, it's a disease. So in Parkinson disease, so ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ suddenly the part ಆದರೆ normally whatever strength it is there in this finger, there is also strength in the next finger, next finger, next finger. So that the entire hand and so on. So, which means that here also, అమ్మవారు ఏం చేసిందంటే అభ్యుపాయయో, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವೈಷ್ಣವಿ ಶಕ್ತಿ ತಥಾ ಏವ, ವಿಷ್ಣು ಸಂಬಂಧವಾಗಿರುವ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಔಟ್ ವೈಷ್ಣವಿ ದೇವಿ. ಪೀಪಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿ ದರ್ಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ವೈಷ್ಣವಿ ದೇವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅಮ್ಮವಾರು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿವೇರ್. But I don't know, people have got to little crawl to go to the sanctum sanctorium of Vaishnavi Devi. Ammavaru ఏం చేసింది, she has taken the Garuda as her Vahanam, and she is sitting there, and whatever ayudhas that Vishnu wields, all of them she has in her hands. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Sharanga, Khadga. So these are all the ideas, these are all the weapons she held with her and all that. Abhyupayo. See, look at you have to only, you will get the spirit and the enthusiasm of these Shakti Devatas of respective gods, how they reach with what vigor and enthusiasm they reach the war ground. Kaumari Abhyayayo and Chandrarekha Vibhushana Maheshwari Prapta. So the Prapta, Abhyayayo, Abhyupayayo. These are the three kinds of different verbs which we have got to mark here. And so then there came Varahamurti, or Varahi has come. We know that Varahi is the commander-in-chief of Lalita Parameswari. And so now Varahi comes to picture. And people were telling, even before Varaha Avatara of Vishnu, the Varahi Avatara is at first. As we could see in Durga Saptasati, also, Varahi is earlier than the Varaha Swami. So Varaha, Varahi, and therefore Varahi Puja, and we have also got Varahi Navaratris. Like Samala and Varahi Navaratri is also there before the Devi Navaratri Utsavas, all 9 days. So in fact we have in Mysore, we have our Kendra's Veda Varidhi, Vedasri by H.S. Nagarajan, and he has got three Vidya, Sri Vidya Foundation and all that. And so many deities are there. He will perform the Varahi Navaratris and Shamala Navaratris, Deva Navaratris with all big luxury, pomp and all that. So to say that all these three devatas are very important for the maintenance and protection of the land. the present situation is changing because they don't come immediately. Normally, unless the problem is critical, melting away, then only the experts will come. Chief surgeons won't be there for Jujbe operations. They will depute their assistant surgeons. And like that, but here, the Varahi, Vaishnavi, and Maheshwari, Brahmi, they're all original primordial energies, Stri Sevatas. They also participated, assisted Durgamma, Kali. So as a result, you see that so many important emanations of the Shaktis are necessary in order to put out the two great warriors, Sumbha and Nisumbha. And now in the sloka number 19, Yajnavarahamatulam Rupam Ya Bibhrato Hari Shaktihi Sape Ayayau Tatra Varahim Tanum Bibhrati. So, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಬ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಯಯೋ, that is absolutely she was present with all her retinue in the war ground, and she is just taking the form of a Varaha. Varaha is the pig. Varaham. So, ಈ ವರಾಹ ಅವತಾರಂನಲ್ಲಿ ಭೂಧರಣ has taken place, and therefore ಭೂಚೋರಕ ಹರತೆ Varaha. There is one Dashavatara Stotram, Somakadhanava Samharane Krodakara Sarira Namo Bhaktam Te Paripalayamam Ramasmaranadanyopayam Nahi Pasyamo Bhavatarane Rama Hare Krishna Hare Tava Nama Vadami Sadanru Hare. This is the Sabdara Stotram, supposed to have been written by our Acharya Shankara. Anyway, so Varahi Tanum Bibhrati Vishnu. So Harehe Tanum, but Varahim. See, it is again another form of Vishnu, but in the form of a boar. So that's why Varahi Bibhrati. And she is called as a Atulam Yajnavaraham. See, Yajnavaraha Swami anta, we say even today, we have got in Simhachalam, the Varaha Murti, Varaha Narasimha Swami is there, Simhachalam, and we know that he will not be direct vision, and he will be covered up with the sandal paste only once in a year. All the sandal paste is removed, and there will be Abhishekam, Puja, and all that. Again, they will apply sandalwood and keep for 1 year. This is the situation. So, it's called Yagnavaraha Swami. Even in the story of Dattatreya Maharshi, Avadhuta, Guru Supreme. So, there is that Yagnavaraha in story connected to our Dattatreya Maharshi. Anyway, so, and moreover, Atulam Yagnavaraha Rupam. Tula andre comparable. Atulam means non-comparable, matchless. So, Yagnavaraha Rupam, Atulam. Whose it is? Hareha Rupam. And she has taken the form of Vishnu, and Varahim Tanum Bibrati Sapi Shaktihi Ayayo. Yayo means to go. Ayayo means to come. So, A means Samantat. That is, she made her presence felt any and everywhere in the entire war field. And after Varahi, we have got Narasimhi, Narasimhi, Nrsimhasya, Bibrati Sadrusam Bapu, Prapta Tatra, Sata Akshepa, Kshipta, Nakshatra Samyatihi, Vajrahastadhaivedri, Gajarajo Paristhita, Prapta Sahasranayana, Yatha Shakrah Tathaiva Sa. So I think that Satish Garu, would you be able to repeat 11th sloka and onwards up to here?
Okay.
You read up to
Tam ni
10. Hmm.
tam ninadam upashritya दैत्यसैन्यैश्चतुर्दिशम् देवी सिंहस्तथा काली सरोषैः परिवारिताः एतस्मिन् अन्तरे भूपा विनाशाय सुरद्विषाम् भवायाम् भवायाम् अरसिंहा
No,
ना
no, Bhavayam Amarasimhanam, Bhavayamarasimhanam.
भवायाम् अरसिंहानाम्
No, no,
अतीर्य
Amara.
अमरसिंह okay but
Hmm.
भवायाम् अमरसिंहानाम् अतिवीर्य बलान्विताः ब्रह्मेश ब्रह्मेश गुहविष्णूनां ततेन्द्रस्य च शक्तयः शरीरेभ्यो विनिष्क्रम्य तद्रूपैश्चण्डिकां चण्डिकां युयुः
So,
यस्य
Ili,
दे
no, 1 minute,
uh,
1 minute. Yeah, here, I just did not explain who are the gods summarily who from whom the Shakti Devatas emanated. A brief list is given here. Brahma, Ishvara, Guha, Subramanya, Vishnu, Indra. These are the prime deities who have cooperated to give out their respective energies in female form. Please continue. Brahmesha Guru.
शरीरेभ्यः विनिष्क्रम्य
Hmm.
तद्रूपैश्चण्डिकां ययुः यस्य
Hmm.
देवस्य यद्रूपं यथा भूषणवाहनं तद्वदेव हि तच्छक्तिस् असुरान् योद्धु माययौ हंसयुक्ता विमानाग्रे साक्ष्यसूत्राकमण्डुरुः आयता ब्रह्मणः शक्ति ब्रह्मिणीत्य ब्रह्मिणीत्यभिधीयते मा
Brahmaniti.
ब्रह्माणीति अभिधीयते माहेश्वरी उरुषारूढ त्रिशूलवरधारिणी महा हिवलया प्राप्ता
Maha
चंद्र
Ahivalaya. Maha
महा
Hivalaya.
महा अहिवलया प्राप्ता चंद्ररेखा विभूषणा कौमारी शक्तिहस्ता च मयूरवरवाहना योद्धुमभ्यययौ दैत्यान् अंबिका गुहरूपिणी तथैव वैष्णवी शक्ति गरुड गरुडोपरि संस्थिता शङ्खचक्रगदाशाङ्घ खड्गहस्ताभ्युपाययौ यज्ञवराहमतुलं रूपं या बिभृतो
Varaham. Yajna Varaham.
यज्ञवाहम् अतुलं रूपं या बिभ्रतो हरेः शक्तिसाभ्याययौ तत्र वाराहीं बिभ्रती तनूम् नारसिंही नृसिंहस्य बिभ्रति सदृशं वपुः प्राप्त तत्र तटाक्षे पक्षिप्त
Prapta
पक्षिप्तनक्षत्र
Tatra. Please repeat.
ओके
Prapta Tatra. Prapta Tatra.
प्राप्ता तत्र
Satakshepa Kshipta.
तटाक्षे पक्षिप्त
Nakshatra
नक्षत्रसंहितिः
Samhati.
मतिः
Nakshatra Samhati. Yeah.
नक्षत्रसंहतिः
Now you look at it. Now Yagnavaraha Swami is one, and now she is Yagnavaraha Devata Varahi, and and nobody can have any kind of comparison with that. So her very power itself is very um, ghastly and ferocious and all that. So Hari in a very angry manner, because actually all Hari and Shiva both are working to put out the Rakshasas, allowing them to some extent. In the first chapter, you observe when gods went to Mahavishnu and in second chapter, I'm sorry, Madhyama Charitam, when all gods, including Brahma and Shiva and all people went to Vishnu, at that time Vishnu and Shiva were in meeting. Shiva was not. So when they heard the horrors, the difficulties of the gods, immediately both have become very much angry. And so the anger of Shiva, anger of Vishnu combined became Durga Parameswari, Agni, Kopagni. And here you observe there is nothing like combing of that mixing up. Now we have got individualized Devi Swarupas from the respective gods. And so we have one from the Narasimha Swami. So, and that Narasimhi has body or figure just like that of Narasimha Swami. And how the Narasimha Swami or Narasimha head, known for Sata, Akshepa, Chipta Nakshatra Samnati. Do you understand, Satish Garu? Sata andre Julu, the hair on the mane of the lion. Akshepa is trying to shake it. Then when the lion headed Devi came, she tried to shake her head and the hair. Then with that, Nakshatra Samhati Kshiptaha. So it has terrified. The Samhati is the group or the collectivity of all the nakshatras also had some kind of shik. So much was the Julu or hair or sata that Narasimhi has had when she appeared onto the ground. And prapta, you observe the verb prapta, ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಳೆ వచ్చింది అమ్మవారు. Then prapta tatra yuddha bhumau, in that yuddha bhumi, Narasimha also came into existence. Then we have got Aindra Shakti, Vajrahasta Tathaivendri, Gajarajoparisthita, Prapta Sahasranayana, Yatha Chakraha Tathaiva Sa. So, Sa Aindri, she happened to be the form of Indra. But what for Indra is known? Vajrahasta, he has got Vajrayudha in hand, and Gajarajo Paristhita, and sitting upon the white elephant. Gajaraja is white elephant, ಐರಾವತಂ ಐರಾವತ ಮೇಲೆ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. And Sahasranayana, she has got 1,000 eyes. And just all the entirety of the form of Devi is ditto, is similar to that of the traits and appearance of the personality of Mahavishnu, of Indra. ಸೊ ಈ ದೇವತೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರು ಆಯಾ ದೇವತೆಗಳ ಸ್ವಭಾವವನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು all these gods have come into operative. So when you can't separate them and take worship of other things. No, all should go together. So that's why we make an avahanam of all those deities. So now we go to 11th sloka. We stop here. Om Swasti. చెప్తారా అండి? సుహానా భవతు.
सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ स्वस्ति श्री मातृचरणाविन्दस्तु
ఓం తత్సత్.
ॐ तत्सत् धन्यवादः.
So how is it going? You
Yeah,
tell.
good. This is something where first time I am, yeah, because we did we got somebody, some Purohits chant this for us on our behalf in
Mm,
Durga temple way back, last year. So
mm.
it was no, they were actually chanting in probably in mind, not very loudly. We didn't have the experience of hearing it. No, this is the first time we are hearing it.
Yeah, in moderate sound we have to recite these mantras.
Uh,
And but we now, as an academic study of that, in a classroom we are studying. So I think it's
mm.
good.